Happy Memorial Day weekend intro.
Is it just me?
Yeah, Dave, I had nothing.
I didn't have anything either.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Late Horror Show. I am Dino, as always, and that is Dave Plouffe. He can't wait for season 6 of Skinwalker Ranch. Yes, me neither. But, you know, it's like Oak Island, like we were just talking. When are we ever going to get a conclusion? Or something. I don't know. Anyways. Scooby-Doo, Zoinks, the podcast. Here we go. We are on episode 7 and 8, Dave. It's going to be fun.
We're hauling through these seasons.
Yeah, well, when you throw 2 up at a time, it's great. They're 20 minutes each. You know, we can't do a 20-minute podcast. We got to go an hour and a half. So,
and I can't wait till we cover some of the Scooby-Doo movies.
Oh, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Let me say hello to everybody. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Check out the description below where you will find Dave's link to his channel. I posted last night, so hopefully a lot of you guys got there. Hello, Horror Junkie for Life. Harry Scott, what's going on? Gigi, good to see you. Kim in Mexico. Not Kim in the U.S. This is Kim in Mexico. Jimmy D, J.O.B. What's going on? Good to see you. Lizzie. Hopefully everybody's enjoying the sun and frolicking. Is that what you do, Dave? You frolic, right?
I just know you can't wear white after Labor Day.
You can?
Cannot.
Listen, are you joking with me?
I just heard that from the Jack Benny program. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Like, wait a second. That's why everybody walks around in dark clothing all summer long. Anyways, Horror Junkie for Life, I said. Tune the News. Andrea, good to see you. Connie. Who else? Bubba, good to see you. Harry, how are you doing? Hi, Boy Donuts. Dave brought it up to me in the background of the second episode. Which is, what is it called again? Man on Mars?
No, it's the Fun House.
Oh, the fun. There's
Foul Play in Funland.
Foul Play in Funland. There's on the warehouse in the back, or I think, or whatever.
Well, there's it's basically a carnival, and there's all these little tents, and there's a name on the top of all of the tents, and one of them is Hi Boy, and that's all it says. It just says Hi Boy.
Hi Boy. Well, listen, it's part of the channel. We always say Hi Boy Donuts because of, RTN production, Dennis, who has passed away, but it was a Hi Boy Donuts. Yeah. So who knows? AJ, Jimmy D, what's going on? And who was the other person I saw? October? What's going on, October?
The Octobers.
Yeah. How many Octobers? 3?
Or it's Theo October.
The Octobers.
Oh my God, that's a great name. Yes.
The October. Come up to the head of the class. We got to speak to you. Anyways, Dave.
Can you imagine saying that name at graduation?
That'd be something. I'll tell you that much. But hopefully everybody's having a good day. Me, it is. So Dave, you just put Bo in the closet.
I did.
Yeah.
Bo sleeps a lot of time in the closet. She loves to be there. So I just slide the door open. She climbs up on some books and
she got her spot.
Towel or blanket, and she's happy as a clam.
I thought that was clams. Speaking of, that's how we open up the Funland. They're digging for clams, but we won't talk about that yet. Let's start off with Never Ape and Ape Man.
We should. Just a quick thank you to Gigi. And for Kim in Mexico, what part of Mexico are you in? Because it's a big place.
It is
It's like saying Dave in the U.S.
Are you close to the wall or back behind? Anyways, hey Gigi, I did. Like I said, I put Dave's channel up there. It's been, we got to get him some subscribers here. He's doing great, and it's a hobby. And But Bo in the closet, I think that's fantastic. Cats, they're nutty. They're really nutty.
Sometimes she's up here on the high boy.
I know.
Sometimes she's
that's when you go like this.
ground.
And I freak out thinking you're seeing a ghost or something like that. Okay, I know we're losing them. Hey, Stephanie, what's going on? Good to see you. Okay, so let's get started.
How about Never Ape with an Ape Man?
Yes, October 25th, 1969 it aired. Oh my God. Before my time. I wasn't even born.
Before my time as well.
Yes, I would say so. But this was interesting. You said, but listen, it's a Scooby-Doo. This one.
I love this episode.
Vice versa, retract. I'm the one that said that. This one I said, but it's Scooby-Doo. How can you say to anything? They're all great. They're all between could we give it any of these episodes anything lower than a 6.9? Really? They're all good, Hey, Sweet Indigo, what's going on? Give Bo a scratch behind the ears for me. That brings up a good point. And I think we've covered this before. Bo is B-O-W, right?
It is.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a female cat.
Okay. So there you go.
And so she was originally Muffin. Because when she lays down, she looks like a muffin top. Just like from Seinfeld.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I started calling her Muffin. She didn't like it. And so then,
I remember this story. Yeah.
So then I started calling her Bo, or Bobo for short.
She came up and smacked you and went like this with her paw.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it was terrible.
One day,
Tom O, what's going on? Go on, Dave.
I was gonna say sidetrack. One time I woke up and she's like sleeping in my bed. First couple of times she's sleeping up above.
Yeah.
And she starts biting into my head, like with her teeth. And I'm like, what are you doing? And then she starts
taking care of your lice.
She was grooming me.
Oh yeah. Well,
she was going through cleaning up. I'm like, I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Dave ran out of I remember that you ran out of shampoo that week, and you were very happy that Bo was taking care of that. Anyways, Albert Jacobs, what's going on? Good to see you. PBR Street Gang.
And there was one other, I think, maybe Michael Bornstein.
Michael Bornstein. Okay, good to see you. Good to have everybody. Welcome to the Scooby-Doo Zoinks, the podcast. Zoinks! Scoob! I tell you what, this first episode, Scooby-Doo, he had some balls. He had some cojones. He stood up to this ape.
He did. He did what any good dog does.
But we don't see this. He's usually all scared, needs the Scooby snacks, but I think it was the chick on the bridge, Scoob's going, oh, save her, Her name was Candy Mint.
Her name was Candy Mint.
Candy Mint. I've got. Oh my God! Let's get into it because, yes, how is he putting on he's filming, and there's no actors or actresses. I know. Slow me down, Dave. Slow me down.
All right. So the beginning of the episode, we pan over these two mountains, this bridge with no ropes or anything like that, just like a very thin piece of wood.
Yeah.
And then we pan down to these basically trailers, and we are at a movie shoot. So this is all the kids are extras in a movie called The Ape Man of Forbidden Mountain.
Yes, yes. And this is the set of Daphne's uncle, I do believe.
It is it is her uncle, John.
Uncle John, can we be extras? Yes. But I love how he goes on and says, well, because of the legend, we can't get no actors. I'm like, well, then what are you shooting there for? Because the legend is, what is the legend, Dave?
I don't know if there's much of a legend. It's just like there's basically an Ape Man.
Well, and the Ape
Don't
Man
talk to the locals.
Burned down a mansion. Yeah. So that's why he can't get anybody to be part of the filming process and be in the movies. So I'm like, It's kind of a dumb idea, Uncle. Why would you come here and film if you can't get anybody? But anyway,
it is. And it is the first time we have any extended family members in any episode of Scooby-Doo.
yes.
And we are 7 episodes in. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, and I will say the only 2 people we got that's on set with him is the stunt man who's playing the Ape Man in the movie, which is Carl the stunt man. And the other one is a what? Go ahead, Dave.
Did you spell Carl with a C or a K?
I spelled it with a C.
So did I.
Okay, good. We're on the same boat. But you never know. Is Carl Malden with a K?
Yeah, you just don't know.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you know. And we got Candy Mint.
We do.
The very sexy and sensuous Candy Mint. I wonder where he got her from, you know? I don't know. Anyways. Because a handsome boyfriend is the Tommy Grover thing. Fabrizia Helen. What's going on? Helen Fabrizia. I think that's the other way around, I would guess. Yeah, or maybe it's nothing, but
I guess it depends if you're cross-eyed or not.
Yeah, it's sort of a little better. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, good to see you. Welcome.
Well, I'm sure Harry knows what to do.
The serial apist. Oh, Andrea, that's not good. Kim in Mexico, and yes, K Malden. Yep, exactly. Fabrizia, you Italiano. Okay,
but you know what's going on for Scooby. Scooby is loving this job because we see him off camera to the left, and he is going through all of the different outfits and props and stuff like that.
That was
putting on different faces and stuff like that.
Mouse ears, I guess.
He's having a great day.
He's having a really good day. Hey, Nathan, what's going on? Good to see you. Yeah, no. You know, what is it with Scooby-Doo? Scooby-Doo digs the chicks, man. Human chicks.
Yes.
Well, let's move on. I mean, I'm just bringing it up. What's the deal? What's the deal with airplane peanuts? I don't know, Dave. What are the deal? What is?
I don't know either. Let's get Candy in trouble here.
The local legend of the Ape Man burned down the old mansion, which the film set happens to be on. Go on, Dave.
So they start filming, and of course, on the far mountain side, we've got the ape, and Candy Mint is going across the bridge, and the ape goes, you know.
Wait, what does he do? He goes,
and so he starts taking the bridge and shaking it, and she's all, hey, pull it.
Dave's acting. I love it. She's all, hey, back off, Ape Man.
She is. She's
like,
and so all of a sudden, Uncle John says, hey, that's not our Ape Man. And so Scooby again goes, hey, runs over and like saves Candy, and then starts going over to the Ape Man.
You think Candy was slipping him like Scooby snacks herself?
Probably.
But listen, there's a recurring thing going on here with him and female. Listen, so he starts the filming, like you said, though, and they're watching this Ape Man, which is a real ape, like beating his chest and going, you know, doing all of this. But wouldn't you think he would know that it wasn't his stuntman, Carl, the Ape Man?
I would know almost immediately.
Yeah, I mean, but he keeps filming, and maybe he's got bad eyes.
He's better than he was in rehearsal.
Yes, and then he's like, "Oh, wait a second, this isn't Carl, but is it?" Anyways, hey, Chris W, what's going on?
I was just about to say that.
Yeah, good to see you, Chris.
So at the very end of this segment, he breaks through the bridge, the ropes, and he drops it. And of course, we see the bridge fall down, and Scooby, defying gravity, stays up there and he goes, "Oh no!" And then he falls. But what's great is he hits a tree branch, and of course, the branch brings him back up.
It's like a trampoline. It's throwing him way up 20 feet. Yeah.
And so it's awesome because he gets up to the Ape Man,
starts to punch him, comes back up, starts to kick him in the gut. You know, his belly's jiggling around there a little bit.
And then the last time he comes up, conks him on the head, Three Stooges style, and the Ape Man goes over the edge, which you think would have killed the Ape Man. End of story. But we're only 6 minutes in.
Oh yeah. It was a lot going on at the beginning, that's for sure. But that was probably the funniest part of the episode. And yeah, Candy Mint does something, man. I'm like belching and hiccuping and holding it in, and yeah, this ginger ale. Oh my god, I had a burger today. It was not good. That's all I'll say.
Well, hopefully you'll make it to the end of the show.
Oh no, I'll be fine.
Okay.
Oh wait, hold on. I'm fine.
All right.
No, I'm joking. Candy Mint. I love that name. Hey, Candy Mint. Okay. Then we go to the mansion, right? Go on, Dave.
Now we go to Carl's trailer because we got to find Carl.
Wait, with all those beautiful pens you have in the drawers, in the mug, you have a cheap Bic pen in your hand. What's the deal with cheap Bic pens? What? There we go. That's better. Yeah, we can't see Professor Dave with a Bic pen. I'm sorry. You can. I know you grade so many papers. You need the cheap ones to just throw out, but they don't get thrown out. They get put in another like bin or.
Believe me, they get thrown out.
Okay, the Bics
because they got to keep. I got about a 5-year cycle of pens coming in.
No. Okay. Anyways, yeah, those cheap pens seem to last longer. Oh well, yeah, but. They don't feel as good on the finger. Anyways, crystallized ginger lollies. Ooh, that sounds good. Ginger adds heat. Yeah, there's a little peppery to ginger. Okay, anyways. Where are we at now, Dave? I forget.
We're at Carl's trailer.
Oh, yeah.
Scooby slides over one of the cabinets and he sees the Ape Man head. Freaks him out a little bit. And he jumps behind this box.
Yeah.
And
is this his trailer?
We're in Carl's trailer, yes.
Okay, it's a big trailer, ain't it?
It's he's a good stuntman.
Okay, that's a big
so he only deserves the very best. And you know, this company, Epicenter Film Company, does pretty good. And so they have really nice trailers for everyone. And as Scooby knocks, he hears knocking back. And they open it up, and it's Carl. He's tied up.
What the kid in Mexico? I'm sorry. You have to have the cheap pens because the hole in the top of them, in case of a choking hazard, you can still breathe if it gets caught in your trachea. Sorry, I'm a nerd. Kim, I've never. Oh wow, that's a first, Dave. That's a first.
It is.
Yeah, I'm gonna always remember that now. See, it's funny how things happen. Look at that. The breeze is just blowing his curtain. You can see the darkness come and go. So the cinematography is great, Dave. Whatever you're doing.
Some of us don't have nice studios that we can go to.
Okay, so we're in his trailer.
I'm probably going to change around my studio in the next couple weeks. Now that I'm on a little bit of a vacation hiatus type of thing.
You know what? We're never going to see any change. His cup may come a little closer to the camera.
You're going to see change.
Really?
You've already missed the first change.
I can't wait. Wait, what?
You've already missed the first change.
It's just out of camera. Oh, a new chair. Oh, Dave's got a new chair. Oh, I knew it. Nice. You feel good?
I feel great.
Feel great. No more ibuprofen.
Realize how bad this is how bad it got. My last chair.
It was a wooden chair made out of a pallet. Anyway,
was the chair that my parents had around the kitchen table when I was a kid.
Dave,
and for some
get rid of old stuff, and I understand.
For some reason, I got it. Yeah. Right, there were 4 of them. That was the last one left. Steel tube chairs, and the steel tube actually broke. That's why I had to replace it. I wanted to buy a really nice old vintage chair. And I went to a few antique stores and they just didn't have anything. I was using a folding chair for about 3 days. And I'm like, this has got to stop.
Oh, yeah.
So I was at Staples yesterday, picked up a nice chair, put it together last night. All comfy. Leans back, leans forward, up, down. It's really nice.
Good to hear, Dave, because, yeah, that was not good. The best thing you could do when you're sitting around doing stuff like this is have a nice chair. And when I got this thing, oh, my gosh. Anyways, okay, listen, it wasn't that great, but you get what I'm saying. Yeah, my legs would just be numb. And anyways, so
Kim
we're in the trailer.
Is an archaeologist.
Who is?
Kim in Mexico.
Oh, I'm an archaeologist. So sorry.
Who's our friend down in Aruba?
Well, first of all, what are you sorry about, Kim? Did I miss something in the chat? Well, no, I love that fact that you said that. What's her name? See, now you got me stuck, Dave. I'm not sure. I can't remember. It's been so long since I've had her on. Linda.
No, not Linda. Stones, Bones, and the Paranormal.
Yeah. Is it Kim something?
Heather Arnold.
Heather. Oh, yes. There you go. Thank you. Oh, my gosh. My brain. Yeah, that was a good guest on Paranormal Into the Night. Anyways. Harry Scott was born in 1963. Good for you. I mean, I don't know what to say about that. Good for you, or congrats, or love you, Harry. Hi, boy donuts. Okay, so
I was going to make a comment of 1863, but I like Harry too much to do that.
Oh yeah, listen, Harry's one of the greats, man. You know what I'm saying?
And thank you, Stephanie.
Yeah, thank you very much. Okay, here let's continue. And here I'm like going, I'm not sure we're going to get both through. Like it's going to take too long or too short of a time. What am I talking about? I'm sure.
Oh. All right, so we find Carl, and basically at this point, Candy Mint makes another appearance. Ooh. She comes in and quits. Carl also quits at that time, and
he's in the trunk. He was there's. They're like, he vanished. Carl's gone, and you didn't say that, did you? They found him in the trunk.
Yes, because we were knocking. He was there. We found him.
Said this?
Yes.
Oh my God, what am I doing, man?
I don't know.
Okay.
But then the kids, of course, they're all, we'll help you, Uncle John, and we're gonna, find this for you. And their parting quote: "Who's afraid of a big ape?" And Scooby goes, "I am."
But yeah, because he says, I can't use you kids, there's no, we can't film here. Maybe try in a few weeks, maybe we'll get filming again. And they said, well, can we just stick around and maybe look around and we'll try to solve it for you, because they got a van, remember, that's decked out with all kinds of state-of-the-art radar systems and background checks and lie detectors and everything. So,
but now we're at the mansion.
Yes, we are. And you know why we're at the mansion?
Because the Ape Man burnt the last one down.
Yeah. Well, they find out that the set, it's technically the set. And they said, this set sits on where the old mansion was burned to the ground. Remember, that's what they said.
They did.
Yeah. So go on, Dave.
Well, they decide after getting briefed by Velma. Velma tells them all the facts.
Oh.
Gives them all the updates.
Yeah.
And they go out looking for clues. And they find, speaking of your last meal, a half a hamburger on the ground. And they look closely, and there's little holes in it. It's where the Ape Man was eating the hamburger.
They said there's a claw mark on that burger. Velma said, "Stop, Scoob! Don't do it. Don't eat that burger." And then after they figure that out, she goes, "Go ahead, you can have the burger now." And Scoob goes, "I'm not eating it." Seconds after an ape eats it. No, it was funny. Yeah. It was funnier than I made it out the same.
It was, but then it's like you hear this, stick them up. Stick them up. What's the password?
Oh gosh, yeah. Stick them up. Stick them up. And it's a parrot. It's a parrot, right?
It is. It is. Yeah. But it fools Velma and Shaggy because they're both like this.
Are we doing Kolchak tonight? Oh wait, no.
I wish we were.
One season, damn you out of hell.
Yes, but we'll be doing the Ripper.
Oh yes, we'll be doing so. Oh, I love mint tea, spearmint iced tea. Oh, it's so good. And yes, of course, it needs sugar. You know, I've been replacing anything I put sugar in, like whether it's coffee or tea, with maple syrup because it's a natural sweetener.
I use honey. Have you ever messed around with stevia?
No, that's man. I mean, that's not man-made.
It's a plant. It's organic.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, and so it's really great.
It's not the one where it says may cause cancer.
No, that's something else. No, stevia is actually just a really cool plant. Maybe about a foot tall. Not very attractive, but you take a leaf.
It's not attractive, but it's cool.
What I used to do is when I was chewing gum, I would put in a stevia leaf to the gum, and that way the flavor, the sugar, always stays there because stevia is 30 times as potent as sugar is.
Really?
Yeah.
And it's not bad for you or nothing.
Not bad at all.
It's healthy because it's all natural.
Fully organic. Yeah.
All this time I thought stevia was like those pink packets or whatever they come in.
Yeah, that would be like Equal and
stuff like that. How did I get that wrong, man? Okay, maybe I'll try it. But maple syrup, I tell you, it adds to the flavor of tea and coffee. It gives it that oomph, that little kick.
Yes, it does.
I admit it's cool seeing people in the chat so far away. Yes.
How many people have we gotten rid of already?
Gotten rid of?
Well, we've got 31 people watching.
Okay.
That's like 20 more than The Prisoner.
Yeah. Listen, nobody wants to see us talk about The Prisoner. No matter how similar humans and apes are, no way I'd eat a burger chewed by an ape. Well, yeah, in real life, yes, I agree with you.
Depends how hungry you are.
Stevia isn't sweet enough for me, says Horror Junkie. It's not sweet enough. Woo! Is it sweet enough for Sweet Indigo? Try agave syrup, natural plants.
They sell that at the Trader Joe's near me.
Huh? Yeah, I never even heard of that.
It's very interesting. It's almost clear, almost a bluish haze, but I'm not sure if that's the bottle or not.
Huh? Okay. Yeah, I'm writing this down. I'm gonna check it out. The Octobers from Canada. You're welcome for the maple syrup. I hate to break it to you, the Octobers, but I get 100% pure maple syrup from Ohio, where I live, right across the lake from you in Ohio. It's sold in our grocery stores here. We are the state of maple trees, anyways, and it continues up into Canada and all that. But
I was going to say mine I actually get from Vermont.
Yeah, the whole northeast section of the U.S. is filled with maple. I mean, so yeah, no, it's listen, Canada makes some good maple syrup, but I've only tried the stuff made here in Ohio. So
do you like maple candy?
I do. I like maple donuts too, like with the maple.
Those are good.
Oh yeah. Oh. My mom used to get maple cookies in the shape of a maple leaf. I forget the name brand.
Yeah, we have those here.
Maybe it was Nabisco. Maybe it's just Nabisco. I don't know. But it's so good. I would take a bite and it would just melt in my mouth. It's just fantastic. I love maple.
Yes.
Second favorite flavor after coffee. Coffee is my top flavor. Maple, my second favorite flavor. And rounding out my top three, Dave, would be chocolate. Cocoa. So those three in that order.
I was unprepared for tonight's discussion.
I do, but that we can do that in our marathon session. Anyways, made from the same plant as tequila. Oh, I don't want to get drunk. Oh no. Maple trees are proof we are supposed to eat pancakes, waffles, and French toast. Jade, I don't know that be that. That's a good one. Ohio maple syrup be there in a minute. Oh, Lizzie. Yeah, it's thick, dark amber, and it's really, really good. Anyways, let's move on and finish this out. Dave.
All right. I don't even think we're
I need a rest. Go on.
All right. I don't even think we're halfway through, but anyway, we find that it's a parrot giving the commands, and then all of a sudden we hear the Ape Man, and the Ape Man's coming after him, but it's a sculpture of an Ape Man, and he's on a like a skateboard thing, but it's not like a real skateboard. It's just like, you know, a piece of wood with some casters underneath.
Everybody see that note? Makes a note to send Dino coffee flavor candies. Thank you, Horror Junkie, and anyone else. Just send me an email at dinomedia2020@icloud.com. Yeah, I was thinking, why the heck is it on a board with wheels?
I don't know. It was silly.
We'll find out when he gets to the bottom.
It chases him. We go down the steps, and at the very bottom, it attacks Shaggy, and Shaggy rips it apart. I mean, there is nothing left of this stuff.
Well, I was like, how is Shaggy like coming out the middle of it? But yeah, he burst through it, man. He ripped it apart. It's just a stuffed ape. Just a stuffed ape. I don't know what they have a stuffed ape there for. Maybe for the movie set.
Maybe.
Yeah, the prop.
We've also got the time where Daphne is pulling books, and Scooby is pulling books, and Velma's pulling books off the bookshelf and knocking on walls. And I think Daphne is the one who moves one of the books, and Fred says through a wall.
Yeah, he says, yeah. He opens up the way. He says, people have vanished here. And then that's when Daphne or Velma? Daphne hits the button and he goes flying. And then this is when we get the old I Love Lucy bit, the Marx Brothers bit. Scooby is going up to a hole in the wall, which I guess he thinks is a mirror. And on the other side is the Ape Man. And the Ape Man has a mask of Scooby.
That made me so happy.
How does he have a mask of Scooby?
But the
Ape Man,
who will disclose later, all of a sudden has a mask on of an ape, and he puts a Scooby mask on top of that mask. So he's in disguise. Yes. Just like Murdered by Death. And
love it.
He does now. He's from the chest up, chest down. He's still the Ape Man, but from the head up, he's Scooby. And they do the thing, you know, and Scooby's all something's ain't right.
Oh, something right. Yeah, it's a whole funny. It's that gag. And then the last thing, there's nobody there, and they go, and he takes off. So Dave's birthday is coming up. He's a Gemini. Wow. It
is at the end of June, second cusp, Gemini, Cancer tendencies.
Yeah, it's interesting, Dave. Very interesting. Just saying. Yeah,
Well, it's either that or artificial sweeteners.
Yeah, well, yeah. Sorry, Kim. Listen, I know what that's about, but it's funny you have that IBS, and oh boy, we shouldn't go down this road.
Oh boy.
Well, I mean, I do too, but I can have sweets, and it's the other way around. Certain things mess with our. Anyways, let's go, Dave. So, anyways, where are we at? What's going on?
Well, we're still back at the stairs, and we find a little control panel, and Velma hits a button, and the stairs, go flat, and Scooby slides down the stairs. But they press another button, and the stairs, a la the Munsters, just goes up. And out of the stairwell comes Fred. And Fred goes, hey guys, or excuse me, hey gang, why don't you follow me? And I've got a plan.
Yeah, because he vanished behind the wall and all of a sudden he just appeared. But yeah, there's that panel on the wall that I guess, was for the movie, so the stairs are going to go down. And I think with that Ape Man, to slide down, that's why the wheels were on there. So it's all set up for that. There's other contraptions and trapdoors because it's a movie set for the movie, The Ape Man of Forbidden Mountain, which came out, I think, in 1969, Dave. Late release because they didn't have any actors, but
I always thought of it as Escape to Witch Mountain.
There you go. Yeah, Dave don't have a wish list or anything like that, Chris. But yeah, he's
my only wish is to be on this program.
Dave, that is so nice of you. That's a friend, you guys. That's a friend. As he drinks, what's on that cup?
Hennigan's?
No, I see palm trees.
Oh, it is. This is one of my favorite mugs. I got it in the 1980s, like 1988.
John's Nursery Corporation. Okay.
Yeah. No longer in business. Probably hasn't been in business for 30, 35 years.
Let me see. Let me call up.
But it is my favorite, if you'd like. It is my favorite.
Yeah, no, it's not answering.
It is my favorite coffee mug, but today I have tea, which is unsweetened, so it's just by itself. I'm trying to cut down on the sugar.
Well, good for you. Yeah, we got to stay healthy.
We do.
Yeah.
We have a lot of episodes of X-Files to get through.
We do.
Because I really just was like, oh my God, I really wish we were doing another X-Files. I just love that show so much.
Oh yeah, no, it's fantastic. So Fred comes up with a plan that they're going to go into. Did I just switch too quick?
No. I was reading Lizzie's Gemini House of Communication. I don't know what that means.
Communication. Lizzie probably has an issue with the Geminis, maybe. No communication. I don't know.
Tell us about Fred's plan.
So Fred, moodiest one or moodist one. There's no such thing as a white. Block that person. Yeah. Anyways, because I think that's gonna get out of hand there. That doesn't make any sense. I mean, it makes sense, but it don't. Anyways, right, Dave? Am I wrong? There's no such thing as white. That's nonsense. What does that mean? What does that mean? Anyways, you're gone. So Dave, Fred, see, they throw you off, and that's what it's meant to do, is to throw you off. So Fred's got this scheme going with all the little gadgets and stuff, puts an X on the floor, and there's a big net.
Yes, well, there's a pulley, and then there's a switch, and then there's an X on the floor. It was fantastic. It was like Mousetrap.
Yeah. Well, they really had to make a good one too, because of the whole, it's a big ape, so they needed a very good contraption, but it was just gone.
But who are we going to get to bring the Ape Man to us?
I don't. Chat gets to you, huh? I'm just okay. No, just talking about Gemini is the house of communication. Okay, so Dave's a very good communicator. He is a professor and a teacher. I don't know.
More on that later.
Okay, yeah, that's to be questioned, I guess. I don't know what you're supposed to say in English, Caucasian. No, it's all good. Okay. Yeah, so that's it. What were you saying, Dave?
I was saying, who are we going to get to bring the Ape Man to us?
Oh, of course. They threw the Scooby snack idea out, but Scooby was ready. And I like how Velma was throwing up this. Wasn't it Velma? Yeah,
she was playing cards.
And what did Daphne? Daphne said, Shaggy, I got Shaggy snacks. And I think that's the first time I ever heard of that.
It was. Are you ready for the ingredients?
Yes, tell me, Dave, because
here it's a pot pie with pizza crust, anchovies, pepperoni, cherries, all in a thick chocolate sauce.
Everything sounded all right except for the anchovies.
I was actually okay with the anchovies. I didn't care for the chocolate sauce. I'm like, cherries, not probably the same taste, but once they added in the chocolate sauce, I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, well, I think the only thing that didn't fit was the anchovies. But if you dip anchovies in chocolate, could it be good?
Maybe those two separately, yes.
Chocolate, fish. Listen, I don't know. Let's move on. Yeah, but yeah, Shaggy Snacks, man. So they're going to work together to get the Ape Man in this X, and they're going to throw it over, which doesn't really work. But anyway, so.
Correct.
Not a
but
fan.
We're going to go in, and I think we're going to play pool for a little bit.
Shaggy Snacks sound good. I bet they do. PBR Street Gang. Yeah, listen, I'm pretty sure most people say not a fan, but I like fish, man. I don't know. They're very salty and fishy, and I like it.
We used to eat a certain fish for New Year's Eve because it brought good luck.
Okay. Hey, WTF horror and sci-fi.
It may have just been kippers, but I'm not quite sure.
Okay, yeah, kippers is kippers, anchovies, they're close.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just dry salted fish.
And it's like, do you like this? Like, no, we just do it for good luck.
I don't know. Listen, I have no. Okay, so they see the Ape Man. They have the Ape Man chase them to the.
No.
Okay, go ahead, Dave.
You're missing a whole great part of this episode, where you've got them like they hear a growl and they're all, let's check out this room. Hey, look, there's a pool table. Oh, look.
Oh, yeah.
There's like an elk and there's a couple other animals, and then the last one in a little frame is the Ape Man.
Yeah,
and
taxidermist heads up on the wall. Yeah,
exactly.
And the Ape Man has got his head out there. Yeah.
So we got Shaggy about to make this pull shot, and Scooby looks back at the wall and he goes 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and there should be 4, right? Yeah. And he goes like, "Hey, Shaggy, like the Ape Man's gone," and right then Shaggy pulls the cue back. Kicks him right into the stomach. It's like, boom. Does the old hit in the stomach.
So if I start speaking I got to watch what I say. A different language all the time, I may lose my English. Yeah, I'm all for that. I'm going to move to Italy or something. I'll move to Australia. Maybe I'll lose my English accent. Or Cleveland. Is Kathy around? Where's Kathy been with the C? I miss you, Kathy, if you're out there. What's going on?
I don't know. We're going to be missing 32 other people if we don't move on.
Oh, yeah. No. Okay. Yeah. And it's already 43 minutes in.
Yeah.
We got to get
It's a great episode.
Yeah.
Hello. So the Ape Man, we found him. Now we're going to run him into the trap, except that Scooby, for some reason, jumps up into Velma's arms. He breathes heavy. Fogs up her glasses. She hits the wrong lever. They don't catch the Ape Man.
No, it was all a blunder, is what they call it, right? A blunder. And they mess it all up. Yeah, Velma, I'll tell you.
But then they go looking for the Ape Man, and there's a little tuft of hair at the very base of this wine cask. And they turn the handle of the wine cask.
A tuft of hair. Yeah.
And they walk into the wine cask, which brings them back into the mountain, which brings them to the other side of the mountain, which is back where all the trailers
must be the cave of old legend. I like when they come out and they see it looks like a graveyard of RVs.
Of motorhomes. They go back into a motorhome park.
I'm like, what is going on? And they said this is all the makeup, the actors, makeup rooms, whatever.
Yeah.
So they're going to go investigate.
And one Sean Bond is here.
Hey, Sean, what's going on? Good to see you. 45. You guys are having quite the conversation in there. I can't keep up. I'm going to look away now. Go away, little girl. So yeah, they're at the graveyard of motorhomes, and Shaggy and Scooby go looking in one of them, and they're putting on masks. They're having all fun, and they got a camera, and he's like, "Oh, this takes some." I didn't get that, and I'm a fan of cameras, old cameras. He goes, "This camera takes film instantly almost," and I didn't see any. That wasn't an instant type camera.
It was not.
Yeah, so that was quite strange to me, and
but I love it because it reminded me
like this episode we're doing today
of that episode, not episode of that album from the 80s, Kiss Unmasked, where it's like, "Hey, Gene," click, and all these people are trying to catch Kiss without their makeup on. And that's exactly what happens with Shaggy. He goes, "Look, it's the Ape Man. He's got his, head mask thing off." Yeah. And he snaps a picture, and of course it's this bald guy. Now, the only bald guy we've seen this entire episode is Carl.
Yeah. When I saw that, I'm like, mystery solved. and he goes, "I've got the picture. Let's run back to the gang." And I'm going, "Well, where's the picture? There's no Polaroid that came out." Listen, there's no, other than Polaroid, I don't remember any other camera that takes like an immediate picture. So anyways, we'll move on. Listen, Dino is singing with his romantic boy band. And Horror Junkie says sardines and mustard sauce so good. I agree with you. Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah. No, it's very good. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot, There's Sweet Indigo. We were talking about sugar and maple and stevia, and we wanted to know from Sweet Indigo, is stevia sweet enough for you? It's not for Horror Junkie. And listen, I hear you, Horror Junkie. Everything needs to be sweet. Like, I need a piece of toast that's sweet, Dave. I know we need to get over this episode. What is wrong with me today? I'm not hopped up on nothing.
Oh no, I think there's something in that hamburger. Yeah.
You think somebody put something in my meal?
Oh, no. Happy Memorial Day, everybody.
Weekend. Happy Memorial Day weekend.
That's true.
Because tomorrow is Memorial Day.
It is.
I promise not to interrupt, Dave. Conclude this episode.
Well, there really isn't a good conclusion because there's no unmasking, because we've already unmasked the killer. And we just go back and we talk to Uncle John, and he's all, "Yes, it was Carl the stuntman who tried to sabotage our film because he wanted to be the lead actor.
He wanted to be a lead." Yes. Speaking of, we got Mr. Jenkins in the next episode. Anyways,
we do, and that's weird because it's not his wife, it's his sister, and that's just weird. Anyway,
caretakers.
The great thing about this episode too is that at the very end we got Shag and we got Scooby sitting in front of the fireplace, and Scooby has the Ape Man head on, and then he pulls it off and it's Scooby, but then he pulls it off and it's really Shaggy, and then Scooby in the other chair. Yeah. And so it's just kind of really a very fun type of ending.
Where the heck would they get the darn
Uncle John says that's real talent.
And that's the episode. So
yeah, the end.
That was a fun one.
7.3 on IMDb.
Yeah, 7.3. And Dave would give it probably a 9.8.
No, but it's, it's good, but you're right. It's about a 7, Yeah.
Hey, Rocky agrees. Yeah.
Better than foul play in Funland.
Well, this was interesting too, but this was about on par with this episode, the first one. Okay. But Dave, we're at 8:40. What?
On par.
Yes, on par. Yeah. Oh. Almost equal to, in my mind.
I thought you were speaking French.
Oh, no.
On par.
Oh, on par. Je t'aime. Je les joue avec le Dave Plouffe. Si? Eh? What? Hold on. Closed captioning coming soon. We should do a whole show in French. Should we, Dave? I'll give you a script. And anyways, I'll move on. Okay, so Dave, top of the hour, we lost most of the people. They heard this episode, they're gone. Let's tell them what we got coming up. What's coming up next week? Is next week Circle of Fear?
I just kind of want to know why we do this every week.
Wait, what? Because we have fun.
All right. So you are correct. We do have Circle of Fear coming up.
51 thumbs up.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Yeah. No, pretty good.
Especially for Scooby-Doo.
Yeah. Hit that thumbs up button. Get us up more and more. Yeah. Ricky Spanish. What's going on? Been a while.
It has been a while.
Yeah.
Anyway. And we're still are you still waiting for Ezra to come in? Where is Ezra?
Where's Ezra? Yeah.
Okay, go on. Circle of Fear, The Dead We Leave Behind, season 1. There's only one season, kind of like Kolchak.
Yeah.
But this is the official first episode because the other one was a pilot.
Yeah.
And I really liked the pilot. I thought that was a good episode.
I did too. I really did. I think Circle of Fear is it's just one season, but I'm not going to say it's underrated because it's got a cult following. It's originally called Ghost Story. But with Sebastian Cabot as a narrator, kind of like Rod Serling type thing, and it's really, really good. All the episodes are really good that I've seen. I've only seen half of them, so I would figure the rest are just as good. But we will find out. What's after that, Dave? So Circle of Fear next week.
And then 2 weeks from today, or not today, but 2 weeks from yesterday, because we're going to do a rare Saturday show. We're going to do a marathon.
Yes, we are.
Via or a la Art Bell. And we're going to be on for, I think, 5 hours.
Yeah, a while. Unless we have to just stop.
We've never talked for 5 hours before.
No, it's going to be a while. You know what? 5 hours is going to go by like that.
I'm sure it will. I mean, an hour and a half goes by like that.
Oh, yeah. We'll be like, are you kidding me? 5 hours? Let's keep going. No, we won't do that. But
the week after that, we go back and revisit Night Gallery, which I've really enjoyed. I have to admit, this is the first time I've ever seen Night Gallery and everything. Yeah. And Dino always said, "Man, you'll really like this," and I do.
Yes, love Night Gallery. They're so good.
And then
marathon starts at what we got 5 p.m. Eastern time. Is when we start the marathon on that day.
Yeah, our normal start time. Is that right?
Dave, you got me confused now. Okay, keep going, and I'll look in on that again. Let me look at
it.
Yeah. No, here we go. The marathon starts at regular time. Yeah,
okay.
I'm sorry, 8 p.m. Eastern time, like usual, but a Saturday and not the Sunday.
Yeah, so we're going to go into the early hours of Sunday.
Yes.
And sign off just like Art Bell did.
Yes, we will. Yes.
Good night, America.
Good night, America. Yeah.
So a couple days after my birthday, we're going to be watching the X-Files, episode 4, Conduit.
A couple days after his birthday.
That's right.
Everybody write that number down.
That's it. June 29th, we've got another Columbo. We haven't done Columbo since February.
I'm in the mood for a Columbo even now. Yeah, I've had a yankering for some Columbo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're doing the second pilot called Ransom with a Dead Man.
Nothing from the 90s. Yeah, we're going early on. Yeah.
And then the last thing we just booked, Jeff Thompson is coming back to talk about Kolchak and Dark Shadows.
Yes. So we got a lot of good stuff coming up here.
We do.
And I'll tell you guys, Penny Dreadful, I do believe is that HBO or Showtime? One of those. I think HBO, but that's a little too new for us. We like to stay classic and talk about the classics, PBR Street Gang. But Penny Dreadful is it's a very, very good series. I love it. Whether we'd get to that because we got so much stuff to do, and whether that's something I'd want to tackle before other things, I don't think so. But it is a good show.
Anyway. We only have one lifetime.
Exactly. So you got to pick and choose. But good show. Good show. Anyways, thank you, Connie, for the post there. Yes, it would be nice. The links are above in the chat. And happy early birthday, says Stephanie.
Thank you.
Hopefully we'll see you next week, Stephanie. But anyways, on to the next one, Dave.
Hopefully you'll see me next week.
What's that?
Hopefully you'll see me next week.
Yeah, I hope so. Hey, John Swan. Airing November 1st, 1969.
Yes.
Foul Play in Funland, Dave.
We're still not born yet.
No, we're not. You don't have to go any further than those details, Dave. We will be like women and not tell our age. I'm 40. Forever. See, I got a shirt that says 40 forever. Got it 2 years ago.
I remember when my younger sister, however she became my older sister, I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, Dave. Foul Play in Funland.
And we still have 32 people hanging on. Yeah. I'm not sure if that's an error on YouTube side or what happened.
No, listen, this is fun times.
It is.
Does everybody agree? Yeah. Give some hearts in the chat. Come on. A man from Mars, this is about. A robot.
Yes.
That's what Sarah says at the end of the episode. Robot. Did you catch that?
I did.
The two caretakers? Anyways, we'll start from the beginning. The gang is at the beach looking for clams.
They're clamming.
At night. Maybe that's when you do it.
We don't do that here.
Well, I've only got a lake. I don't got an ocean.
All right.
So there's no clams in the lake. Yeah, that's a saltwater.
So we got, Scooby digging holes in the ground, and he doesn't like clams, but Shaggy does.
Oh, J.O. beat out. You always got the lines. I came for Scooby. I stayed for maple syrup and stevia. Oh, too much. Thank you, guys. All the hearts. Yeah, come on. This is fun. We have fun, man. Rob TV, I just got here. You missed a lot, but we're starting to talk about the second episode here in Foul Play at Funland. Yeah, they're clamming. And all of a sudden, they see this Funland that's like on. It looks like it's what's that?
That'd be a pier.
Yeah, pier.
Yeah. So like in the background.
PIER.
PIER. Yeah. Just to make sure that's clear. It's a beautiful silhouette of the Ferris wheel and roller coaster and things like that. And then all of a sudden, the lights start going on.
Yes.
And it's just like, what's happening?
Oh my God. Yeah, no, it's everything goes on, and they're like immediately, whoa, that's something's going on there. That's fishy. Let's go on over and see what's going on.
Let's investigate. For me, I'm going, let's call the police. Let's call the neighbors. There's somebody else around. You don't have a beach and a huge amusement park where there's no one around.
Well, I guess they said it wasn't the Funland wasn't supposed to open for quite a while yet, but
it was all done.
Well, and how would they know if the workers, like the owners, did? Dave's getting upset. Look at him; he's pissed. He really didn't care for this episode. But the gang, has to figure out what's going on. I love Scooby Snake's curious potato, and he's got a little. What is that again? That animal there. That's GNU. What is that, Dave? What is that?
I think it's just a squirrel.
No.
No, it's looking right at us.
No, what is that? Curious potato, tell me, what is that? I need to know.
It is a squirrel.
No,
Trust
it's not
me.
A squirrel. Nope, I know the name of the animal, but I can't remember what it is. Oh, tell me it. Hurry up, please, somebody. So anyways, Dave will know. He's fed up. He's going to stammer out the door. Stammer? Stampede out the door? Yeah, that's better. Oh my God. It's curious potato. Come on. It's anyways, I'll have to call my son. He knows what that is. He wanted to have a farm of those, which was I thought that was kind of cool, but yeah. So they go over and everything is on. Cotton candy's coming out and hot dogs are being made.
They're making it for him. Hot dog with all the fixins, or yeah. I think he said all the trimmings, like it was a Thanksgiving dinner or something. And I wanted chocolate shake. And right there in front of him, hey, here's what you ordered.
Thank you, Chris W. Yeah, it's a capybara. Ay, ay, ay. World's biggest rodent. Yes. No, you got it. It's a capybara. Thank you. Curious Potato was trying to keep us on pins and needles there for a while. Guinea pig, goats. No, look at the avatar real close. It's a capybara. Anyways, I know because my son wanted to have a capybara farm. He wanted one as a pet, and I'm like going, I don't think so. But anyways, they're at Funland. Yes, Kim in Mexico. Yes. They have 12-hour live detective, etc. Shows. Oh yeah, Dino's Duck Soup has quite a bit of archived comedy stuff too. Anyways, oh my God, Dave, this is something else, huh? Tonight
we're waiting for hot dogs and malts.
Well, the first thing they made was a sundae for Shaggy at the bar, and he's like, "What?" And then everything started working for him.
All right, and so then Ted, Jesus. I think I want Ted to come back. Fred is over at the ball toss, slamming bottles, right?
Yeah.
And then he gets this little Cupid doll. I'm like, what the hell am I going to do with that? And he's all, well, I guess I better pay for the baseball that I threw, and here's 25 cents.
And the cash register went ding. So they think the place is haunted.
Yes.
And I was thinking, this man from Mars couldn't be doing this stuff because he's not around. So is it haunted? What's going on? Listen, I don't know. Some things don't make no sense. This episode's a little wonky.
It's AI.
Something's going on. Hey, MOR, what's going on? Good to see you.
Help me, MOR.
Yeah, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button with very little thumbs up. I know it's aggravating, but yeah. So all of that's going on, and that's when Shaggy sees the man from Mars, and he's running back and forth, way down, and they start to chase after him.
And what I love is they're trying to find him, and Scooby is sniffing the ground, and he's all, this guy doesn't have any scent. I can't follow anything.
Yes.
And all of a sudden,
man doesn't have an odor.
All of a sudden, Scooby is like, and Shaggy's all, what are you doing? And he goes, I'm pointing. Yes, Dino.
I had a mouthful of ginger out, and I didn't want to laugh and
sorry about that.
I had to hold it in. Oh, that hurt the chest. Held that in too hard.
Definitely burns to going down something.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, so they lose him, but then the gang sees him, like Fred, Daphne, Velma.
Yeah.
And the man from Mars runs over to the Ferris wheel.
He does.
And he gets on the Ferris wheel. Yes. And I love how he doesn't see, they think he's caught at the top. Hey, Rajram. So I like how Fred goes over and he starts to spin the wheel.
I had no idea this was available.
I know. I'm like, is that even possible? Can they spin the gear and the wheels to get a ginormous Ferris wheel? I don't know.
They have to. There's got to be some backup. I've never been on a Ferris wheel.
Well, I don't know. They usually have a ladder thing that goes up to the top of all these things, but I have a yankering for some pizza. Ooh. Yeah, I'm getting hungry. What's going on?
Again, we don't have any good pizza joints near here, so
I know that's sad.
It is sad.
So,
but also before we also had the Ferris wheel, we also had the Funhouse mirrors.
Oh yeah.
Shaggy walks in, he's all fat, And then, we see a giant mouse and Scooby freaks out and
Yeah.
Shaggy, oh no, it's just a little mouse.
But Fred tries to get him down at the bottom, and when they spin it all the way down, they go, he's not on there. And then all of the lights in the Funland go out.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that's about. Man from Mars goes to the top, and where does he go? It's all spooky and tricky, Dave. It's a little paranormal.
It is a paranormal episode, now that you mention it.
A little bit, because things happen that we just don't know.
But we should go over to the caretaker's house, which is actually a really cool house on the exterior. Looks very like something you'd see down in Louisiana in the bogs, or,
It's like a big old haunted house, like in the movies, like Rocky Horror Picture Show. Like, it must be like right on the beach there, It's
a plantation. And they say that they're on an island.
Did they say they were on an island?
Yeah.
Very interesting. For Dino's other channel, Kim Mexico Hearts. Thank you, Lizzie. Thank you.
And then it's also, they talk, it's Mr. Jenkins. And
is this this isn't the only episode Mr. Jenkins is in, is he? I think he's a recurring character.
Okay.
I think Mr. Jenkins is in other episodes. But nevertheless, I digress. You like that, Dave? Did I sound professional?
You did.
Thank you. So they go up and they open the door, and they're greeted by this older couple who are brother and sister.
Yes.
Mr. Jenkins and Sarah. Yeah.
I always thought it was weird, too, because there's always Mr. Jenkins and Sarah.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be Miss Jenkins?
Well, they didn't want it to seem like a couple, That would be
Mrs. Jenkins.
Yes. But then we wouldn't know they were brothers and sister unless they said we're brother and sister.
But they do say it.
They do. so no, go on. So what happens with Jenkins?
Well, they meet and they're all like, you must be mistaken. Nothing like that's gone on. We're the caretakers, and basically you're wrong. Goodbye. They're very rude, very curt, very short. Yeah. And then they decide they're going to do a stakeout.
Sarah's really pissed. Oh yeah, the stakeout.
Yeah, and then they talk about different types of steaks. That made me hungry. They also had a mystery, or choose either figure out the mystery or eat pizza pies. And so they voted, and it was 3-2 for the mystery.
Oh my God. Yeah. So they stuck around. And all the lights come back on, and the man from Mars is juggling, Dave. I can juggle, Oh, go ahead. What? What?
That made me think of the Blondie song. And the man from Mars is through Mars. He's eating guitars. Yes. So, so they're all the lights go on, but everything's haywire now. So all these
All
these hot dogs are being spit out. All the candy, not candy corn,
cotton
candy is being made, which we'll run through later.
Well, and Scoob's having all the hot dogs fly in his mouth.
It is until
you think he'd choke, but
then Shaggy stops because he's
got a big platter
on a big plate. Yes.
Yeah. Where did he get the big silver platter? I wonder if it was stainless steel or silver.
Plus, it had to have been 1969.
Silver plated, maybe, you think?
Maybe.
Okay. Or were you saying stainless steel?
I'm thinking.
Go on, Dave. I'm sorry.
Yes. All right.
Dave gets upset at me. Quite often.
We're up against time pretty much. I mean, it's 10 after
we got all the time in the world. You're the one that's got his, problems with being on time with coffee and sandwich. There's no stream tonight. We can go to midnight if we want. Let's talk food after we're done with this episode.
Talk food during the episode.
Okay. Go on, Dave.
Yeah, so we should go through the tunnel of love, and they're all on a boat. And
they're all on a boat.
They're right behind Robo Man, and all of a sudden Robo Man says, heck with you, pesky kids, jumps into the water, swims, heads right for them, and destroys their boat. just like a torpedo.
And then when you see them, they're standing knee high. Can you swim in knee high water?
What's great? So Shaggy, I'll help you. I'll save everyone. And then he runs into Velma, and it's like her ankle. She's all, it's only a foot deep.
It's only a foot deep, yeah. And how was the man from Mars even swimming is what I'd like to know. But
without getting rusted.
Debbie here, he was so foxy. Curious Potato, yeah. The Tunnel of Love, yeah. Tunnel of Love reminds me of the Honeymooners. I love the episode where they go in the Tunnel of Love. But Ed Norton, works in the sewers. So anyways, I digress.
We also have the strength test where...
Oh, yeah, they start doing everything in the...
it's so great, And so Shaggy, he's got this big mallet, right? And he's tries to hit the, strength test thing to make the thing go up to hit the bell. And he doesn't get that far. There's He-Man and Superman. Those are some of the things up there.
Yeah.
Scooby grabs it with his tail, slam, makes it all the way up. But then all of a sudden, Robo-Man, boom, so high that it breaks the machine.
Yeah.
We better get out of here.
Well, I like the next scene. I like where they put this idea together to get a Dodgem car, which I thought was like the bumper cars was like in a thing, but they're going to start it up. Go ahead, Dave. You look. What are you saying?
Did we miss the roller coaster, or is that after?
I think the roller coaster's after that.
All right,
I could be wrong. Let's talk about the roller coaster. Let's say it's now. Because in my notes, I didn't put anything about the roller coaster because I didn't think it was.
They ride the roller coaster to escape from this guy. And
don't choke on your hard candy, Dave. You're not supposed to talk with hard candy in your mouth.
It's a breath saver.
Oh, so same thing.
You got Scooby, you got Shaggy up front, and then in the very back row, you've got Robo-Man. And he starts climbing over all the things.
As they're going hundreds of feet in the air.
Totally unsafe.
And guess what Fred and the gang tell him to do? I'm going to start up this other car. And as the
opposite way.
As the one comes down the hill, the other one's coming up the hill. Shaggy and Scoob jump in it.
Now, what's funny is when you watch them and jump over,
too dangerous.
The Robo-Man is still in the back of the original series of carts. He's not like up to them. And so I'm like, well, that's an error. So they escape the Robo-Man, and then we're going to do the Dodgem car because that is really cool.
Yeah, the Dodgem car scene, they get this idea that, the man from Mars is too fast for us. We can't catch up to him. So Fred's devised a plan to have the battery hooked up and to get him in this Dodgem car, which looks like a cart. It doesn't even look like a Dodgem car, but and Scoob's in there with Velma, and they accidentally hit it, and it starts up and it starts to go super, super fast. And as they're going, Velma's glasses fly off, and she's blind as a bat. And the whole time she's asking instructions from Scooby, are we in the right lane? Are we going straight? And she's got a smile on her face like she's driving great. And that was the funniest part of the whole show. She's got a smile. Yes, I'm good. We're doing good. I'm going good. Scooby's like, oh, no, we're going to crash. We're die. Oh. And they keep going. And what happens at the end of that?
Well, there's a couple things. One is like, yes, Skippy, I see the police officer, and it's Robo-Man, right?
Oh, okay, yeah.
And so they barely miss him. Yeah. And then they run through the cotton candy, and that's the episode beginning where you see him with his tongue licking his face because he had just run through all the cotton candy.
I guess the cotton candy slowed them down and stopped them because there was so much cotton candy.
He got into the workings of the engine.
Yeah, that was funny. That was funny. But that was the funniest part of the episode. But
it's the actually taking off from this, the funniest part where they try to get Scooby to get Robo-Man to catch him, and he's all, well, I guess we can have you drive with Velma again. He's all,
No, never. Not with Elma. She's no glassy. No, you can't ride. But they're going to devise a plan, and they're going to run into the wax museum where they got this shack set up. It's almost like a shack that you put on a lake and you go ice fishing.
Yes.
Yeah, it's quite odd, Dave. Explain it to me.
Well, first of all, in the wax museum, there's all these dioramas that Scooby is trying to hide from the Robo guy, and that was, I thought, pretty cool. Downstairs is where they're trying to catch him, and he's all like, "We're going to have you run through this box. We'll close the door. We'll lift you up through a basket, and it'll work seamlessly." And the funny thing is, it does. They both run in. Scooby gets lifted up. You think the plan's perfect, but then all of a sudden you hear this crash, boom, bam, and the Robo guy has gone through like one box, two box, and the brick wall, and he has escaped.
And at this point, you realize he's not a human, with a mask on, that something's up, he's stronger. And you kind of figure out it must be some kind of robot or something like that. But
through the broken wall, we have Mr. Jenkins.
Well, first, before we get to Jenkins, no, Chris W., thank you. The shorts featuring Jack Benny, Vincent Price, and Lego people are awesome. Thank you. I've been putting some little shorts up that are, I think, really cool. Listen, it's AI. I know people I had 2 comments. I hate AI. This is terrible. I literally bought Vincent Price back to life through AI.
Damn you.
I mean, is that cool, Dave, though, or what? I mean, listen, I know some people hate the AI totally and don't, but I found this program and I was able to work it to make Vincent Price speak these lines and words, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever. So I'm like, how can you not like something like that? It's just using another form of, imagination and tools to do something that is kind of cool. So that's what I did. But yeah, I've got a couple people that said, I hate this AI. And listen, I get it, especially you being a teacher. There's different forms that you can, for art and stuff like that. I mean, it's really a cool tool. But anyways, thanks, Chris. I really appreciate that. And yeah, Stephanie Press does screams on the roller coasters. I never screamed, but I was scared to death a couple times. That's for sure. And I stay silent when I'm scared to death. So yeah.
Likewise, I actually hold my breath.
Yeah. You hold your breath?
I held my breath for like 2 minutes, the long length of the ride. And I tried to, for some reason, thinking the lower I get, the safer I'll be. And I've gone underneath this safety bars before.
Okay, that's nice. Well, there was an old roller coaster, and it was called Geauga Lake. It's torn down now. It's a sad story. How a place like that couldn't stay open is beyond me. Owners, how they can ruin. How can you not be a good business person and just these things just disappear? But anyways, it was called the Big Dipper, and it was a big dip, and it was a wooden roller coaster.
Oh,
and
wow.
As you would come down the one hill, it's just a beam like right across your lap. You feel like you go up and you stand up because it makes you stand up. And I'm like, if it wasn't for this bar, and even with the bar, you felt like you were going to fly straight out of the roller coaster. And I'm like, well, this can't be safe as an adult, but that was the funnest ride.
And what was the place called?
It was called Geauga Lake.
Was there a lake?
Geauga Lake Amusement Park. Yeah.
Okay.
And SeaWorld was connected to it, and it became part of that whole. It was one of the better ones. Then it got taken over by Six Flags, and at that point, Six Flags started to totally ruin everything. And then the whole SeaWorld side, what started happening, we can't have these animals in here, and we can't, when we were doing good research on a lot of, I know there were places that were doing bad things, but we do have to figure out and do research and take care of the animals that are endangered. So zoos and places like that aren't all bad. But anyways, it disappeared. I don't think we got any more SeaWorlds. Maybe we do. I don't know.
We don't. We had SeaWorld down here as well.
Yeah, Harry's from Ohio. So, yeah, Geauga Lake was great. Yeah. Go on.
I was going to say we had what was called Santa's Forest up in the mountains. And so you would go there on the weekend, and it was kind of like a very low scale carnival rides type of thing, but also just got taken over and ruined and everything like that. It was kind of a fun weekend getaway in the mountains, and it just disappeared.
Yeah. Listen, I understand, wooden roller coasters, they're eventually going to be gone, but it is what it is. But anyways, let's end this. And you were right at the end when the robot went through and they saw Mr. Jenkins. And take it away, Dave.
Well, there's not a whole lot to say. They decide,
here come the birds.
It's like, well, we got to get this robot. What can we do? Well, let's grab this giant magnet and drive around in the cart. And,
where do you buy a giant magnet like that? A 5-foot magnet in the shape of a horseshoe. Remember? Acme, right? Yeah. The old commercials where they would just use a giant magnet to pull, something or a robot. But yeah, that's what they were going to do. And they were going to pull the robot in. But when it ended up, go ahead. You want to say it, Dave, or you want me to go?
Yeah, go ahead. There's a little snip thing.
Somebody snipped the wires from the magnet.
And how does that make the magnet not work? Hello, it's a magnet.
Right. They made it seem like it needed to be hooked up electrically. But yeah, the robot kind of went berserk because of the magnetics mixed up its dingle doggles, weeble wobble, whatever, it just didn't work after that. Jinkies. Yeah. SeaWorld made great whale dorsal fin flop. Whale dorsal fin flop. What? So I lost my train of thought.
So we're snipping the magnet.
Yeah, and the robot is down on the ground, and this is where Mr. Jenkins says, I wanted to run the entire Funland with these robots to replace humans. Is what he wanted to do. And Sarah comes out from behind the curtains with snippers and, with that mean face, his sister. And she's like, I knew the plan all along. And I don't think it's right to have there not be people running the Funland and stuff like that. So that's how it kind of ends with the my mind can't think straight.
Well, it's what the thing is, it's like, I don't think that kids should be in a place where it's completely run by robots. Right. And I really kind of believe that. And it's the same thing. Like, kids should be allowed to be kids and run around and not have to deal with, cell phones and AI and stuff like that. Everything computer generated. Let's just have fun at a carnival. That's what we need to do. So I actually thought that this episode, while I didn't enjoy it as much as the Ape Man, had some really good themes to it.
Zoinks! Scoob! Night Fright Talk Show! Oh, wait, what's going on? What's the echo? Did you hear an echo?
No.
Oh, that was weird. Anyways, wow. Just like the Tourist Trap movie. Oh, Tourist Trap. What a scary movie. You got to see that.
But then what happens, he goes, I'm going to rebuild this robot. And we're going to call him Charlie 7, which means that there's 6 on the previous.
Yeah. That's what I thought that was funny that the robot was named Charlie of all names. So, yeah. So that's how it ends. I mean, he goes, yes, I understand, Sarah, and I'm not going to have that happen.
They programmed him to make him scratch Scooby's ear.
Yeah, I guess he's going to make a robot that's just going to be a friendly robot. That kind of would be a cool thing around the park, having robots just come up to you until they go berserk and
start murdering people.
No, we don't want that. That's a horror movie. Yeah. Scooby is being what? Yes, I heard the echo, Dino. Yeah, what was that? That was weird. Anyways, it just happened for a second. I don't know what that means, Curious Potato, but well, I don't know what that means. But Tourist Trap, Chris W., you picked out a good one. I love that movie, man. That was mannequins. Something about mannequins, clowns. I love them in horror movies. Dave loves them too. No, he don't like clowns and mannequins.
I don't like either of them.
No.
But I did enjoy, what was the ones with the this big circus tent comes to town?
Oh, Killer Clowns from Outer.
Yeah, that's it. Can never remember the title. But I just love that with the the ray gun.
Oh, it's just so iconic, so good. Be careful on your words, Curious Potato. I'm pretty open on things, but yeah, we don't want to offend anybody, that's for sure. Dino's voice echoed like He-Man. I have the power. Yeah, it was really weird. That was really weird. So Dave, that's it, man. This one, yeah, 2 good episodes. I mean, you can't go wrong with Scooby. I'm not going to say any of them are really bad. They're going to all be really good. It's just, man, this was a hell of a show, Dave.
It was a lot of fun. It's always a lot of fun.
It is. I don't know what happens to me. I get out of hand. My mind goes a million miles a minute. I think someone slipped something in my burger, and it is what it is, right?
Can't wait to do the 5-hour thing.
The 5-hour. Oh my God. Yeah. I'll be ready for that one. Circle Affair next week. The live streams overnight, I do believe they will be Wednesdays and Friday nights, but who knows? I may pop one up. Listen, I don't know, not tonight, but always stay tuned. Thank you for those who continue to stay members and support the channel, and please go check out Dave's channel. Give him some subscribers over there. I see nearly how many? 80 people, maybe somewhere around there. 60, 80. Yeah, went over there, so I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm sure Dave does too. Yeah,
very much.
Yeah, saying Rocky does too. Yeah. Elvira is the best. Stephanie, have a great night. Oh my God. Yeah, not a poison one, but yeah, Circle Fair is good. Anyways, until next time, Dave's last word is:
the spaceman is out.